Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Bills going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay at Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A beautiful fake. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. It's a quarterback sneak. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's just so unusual to see a loss of yardage on a quarterback sneak play. Give a lot of credit to the defensive front. They weren't permitting anything.
Yeah, from the naked eye, they only needed 2 or 3 inches there.
Yeah, and how do you go from needing 2 or 3 inches to losing yardage?
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play. In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green. Watching that, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Watching that, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Hard throw, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken right around the 44. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run.
Let's go. 3-19. Watching that, Barney. Detroit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. We always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Detroit! 4 down. Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun. Fine now, look at 56.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
This is taken at the 3. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go! Over! Back that up, Philly, here we go!
They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Now let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Second down and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Burgess. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Raiders on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball. Oh, partner, my partner. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was a long, long field goal, and that ties this ball game here in the fourth quarter.
And that sideline absolutely loved it, didn't they? I don't know how many of them thought that he would make that, but once the ball got over the crossbar, that's one fired-up football team.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCarthy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Oakland, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
You